Hello, everyone. No, I can do better than that.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. I am a bird.
Birds aren't
Hello,
real.
everyone. Off to a great start. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Otap 2.0. This season, somebody dies.
Oh no.
We're sorry if you haven't listened to the award show. We get it. It's kind of long and rambly at some parts, but it's important because that's where we discovered that apparently all of you want somebody to die this season.
And it was definitely not me. No, it wasn't me.
Well, I mean, are you dead?
I think I'm dead. Am I here?
I think so.
No, yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
I mean, I'm recording right now.
Well, if you were dead, then that would have been one big thing that we missed, because we did miss a lot of things from the past year, didn't we, boys?
Yeah, like that time a panda walked into the studio.
Yeah, that was especially weird since we weren't recording at that time.
Mm-hmm. And especially since we don't actually have a studio.
Yeah. Well, we had that place in Nepal.
Oh right. What was a panda doing there?
It's close-ish to China.
That's fair.
I don't even know why we were in Nepal. Why were we in Nepal again?
Because it was cool.
Let's see. What else have we missed in the past year? I surfed. I furthered my horrifying metamorphosis into
Total surfer
island time,
dude.
man. Yeah, I surfed, and that was an experience to be had. And what's something that you did that we haven't talked about because it's been a year since we've recorded the podcast?
Oh man, I don't know.
Didn't you oh, what was it? The person. Do you remember the person?
The person.
Yeah, didn't you have like an arch nemesis or something?
Yeah. He had the eye patch, but not where you think it would be.
And a mustache, but also not where you think it would be.
Yeah. Wasn't his name Gunkerson?
I feel like I'm being gaslit right now. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Ian, this is called a comedy bump set spike.
Oh, is this where I'm supposed to use the yes and?
Yes!
Oh,
And?
Okay, yes and?
Okay.
Oh no, yeah, I get it. Yeah, the eye patch, and it wasn't supposed to be where you think. And then he also wore golden boots with snakes that were it was a live snake. It was wrapped around each boot, and one snake was a garden snake, and the other one was yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gunkerson.
He looked like a Bond villain. It was very flamboyant, I guess.
I mean, your middle name is James.
So true.
That is true. I'm a third of the way to being Bond, basically.
And you are blonde. So I guess you could say you're blonde. James Blonde. Alrighty, well, thank you, everybody. That's all the time we have for this season. We'll see you next year. We told one joke, and that's all we got.
That's a wrap.
There we go. Okay, music is fading in now. What are some other stuff that we missed?
Well, we missed
Puss in Boots.
Oh yeah.
Puss in Boots came out.
Yes, and the D&D movie.
Yeah, I still haven't seen the D&D movie.
I still haven't either. I want it to be good, but I feel like video game movies just movies based off of games in general, I'm usually on the fence about.
Which movie are you talking about?
The D&D movie.
Oh, it was good.
Okay.
It was good. I watched it twice and gave it a 6.75.
Okay. I mean, that's above average.
Mhm.
I mean, if average is 5.
It was above average. It was more than mediocre.
Mediocre. Well, that's good. Mario movie also came out.
Oh yeah. Should we talk about that yet though? It's kind of it's relatively new, you know? Maybe people haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Barry.
Barry!
Oh, that's the other thing we missed.
Forgot Barry was here.
We got a new intern.
Yeah, I found a catalog at the thrift store that I work at, and it said robot intern on it in big block letters, and so I cut out the little mailing slip, and I put two toonies and a loony in there, and then I shipped it off, and now we have Barry.
And he has been a great intern.
He's been fantastic, isn't that right, Barry?
My name isn't Barry.
So, anyways, we should probably get into the bones of this.
Yeah. Something else that we missed is more feedback. We sent out some polls and some surveys, and we've taken those in, and we are honing
and we
this
have tossed
diamond
them out the window because we don't care.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, that's not what we were saying? Never mind, we have taken them into consideration.
Yeah. For the honing of this diamond that we call podcasts.
Wait, we're on a podcast right now?
Yeah, and it's a literal diamond.
I thought this was an episode of Mystery Science Theater 3000. There's a robot.
Oh my gosh, you just made me have an idea. What if, like, for a promotional image, we had, like, the three of us that were, like, inside of a diamond, and we, like, had our hands pressed up against it, trying to look out of it, like the three, like, Kryptonians inside of, like, the prison thing, and they're just kind of, like, looking around, and then that's the cover image. It's like our album cover, you know. Like we're trying to cram ourselves out of, like, a diamond, and we're just kind of looking around, like, oh, what's going on?
You freaking zigzagged on me so hard. I thought you were going to say, what if we had Mystery Science Theater as our promo art?
Yeah, that was the context.
I mean,
that
your thing was fantastic too. Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Well, who's got our first bit?
I mean, I have one, but
I would hope you have one, but
bit, but
oh yeah, I was like, does it feel like I disproportionately go first more often? I might just be, like, crazy, but
I don't know. Doesn't feel like that to me. We should. Hey, people on the Otap wiki, which doesn't exist yet, give us those numbers real quick.
ding.
Wait, I know what we can use. We can use Barry.
Yes, Barry.
Crunch some numbers for us, please, Barry, my boy.
Get it down, Barry.
Complete silence.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Where did
figure out who
go?
Barry is.
Oh, well, I thought you were just gonna automate it every single time.
Well,
Who's
it's
gonna
one of us
automate
has
it
to,
over our voices,
yeah, over our
so that you didn't have to
physical
come
meat
up with what
words.
Barry says in post.
Also, I just realized that I yelled that. There's supposed to be quiet hours in this building until the 10th. Gosh. I'm gonna get kicked out early. All right. Well, hold on. What's, like, the if we're gonna have individual people actually doing Barry, what's, like, something that I need to do when I do Barry's voice? Like, what's, like, the commonality between the three of us?
Let's just do robot voice. Let's just do our, like,
I am
hello,
Barry.
I am Barry.
I like to sit in the tall grass and read
Steven Spielberg novels?
For some reason, my mind immediately went to the person named Steven Spielberg, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't even know who that is.
Well, Barry
Okay.
has crunched the numbers for us.
Yes, Barry. What do you think about? Does Ian seem to do the first bit more often than others?
No.
Well, you heard it. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here, folks.
Take it away, Ian.
Yeah, take it away, Ian. Do it.
Do what?
Do it.
Do the thing.
Do the bit! You guys are kind of putting me on the spot. I don't know.
You put yourself on the spot.
No, but
You said you had a bit. Do it.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, Ian.
And
Thank you. Thank you, Ian.
at least I get paid more than Barry. Okay, so I have for us today a interesting little idea that I think I had at one point, but just didn't do it, or, like, I chose to do something else. At least I believe I almost did this once. So
Okay.
basically, we're going to be looking at IGN reviews or IGN descriptions of
Oh, shoot.
games, and because we're gamer boys, right? Would you say you're a gamer boy, Thatcher? Would you say you're a gamer boy, Isaac?
She said he's a gamer boy. I will call you lamer boy.
Only with an I.
Yeah, I'm a gamer boy. I'm a gamer boy, skater boy, surfer boy. I'm the deathly Hallows of The social interaction. No, wait, I'm the Deathly Hallows of Southern California.
Okay. Yes, we are gamer boys with a
Yeah,
Z.
we play video games out here. Because everyone knows that International Gaming Network, aka IGN, is definitely the
Wait,
repository.
that's what it is?
But yeah,
I thought it was internet.
no,
Okay, continue.
that whole thing going. Jeez, you gotta cut me off, man.
Sorry!
It's
too funny.
Because we all know that International Gaming Network, aka IGN, is definitely an amazing repository for really good reviews, and they're definitely not scuffed at all. I'm going to be reading some descriptions of games from reviews.
Ooh.
Okay.
/ just like their websites, like descriptions of the games based on like their journalistic opinions. And I want you guys to guess what game I'm talking about. I got a handful of games here. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8
I
games.
bet if I just say Fortnite every time, I will eventually get it right.
Oh, I only chose games that one of you would probably inevitably get. I did it on purpose.
Oh, fair. Okay.
I sure hope Rhythm Thief is on that list. Shout out to all my Rhythm Thief fans.
I unironically don't know what that is. What's Rhythm Thief?
It's a 3DS game that a handful of people know about.
Okay.
It was the most obscure game that I've played I can think of.
And
That does sound pretty obscure.
was it a?
Hopefully,
Yes.
Ian did not pick such obscure games.
I specifically did
Okay,
it to
oh.
make Dallas lose.
No!
You know what's interesting is I think the first episode of season 1 you did a other gamer quiz too, Ian.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I also had I also had a video game, Would You Rather, where I learned that the one laugh from the FNAFs was really scary.
You had a lot of gamer stuff.
Turns out, Ian's a gamer.
All right, gamer man. Ian's gamer quizzes continues.
All right, so we're gonna start with all right, this one's a classic. This was an absolute classic. We gotta go with this one.
Is that the Joker?
Okay, I forgot that these are journalistic, so it's gonna be a little bit vague. I'll try to go through them as fast as I can.
I'm excited.
And you guys let me know if I've been going on for too long. I'll give you like a major hint about it, like what kind of game it is or something.
Okay.
All right. Okay,
We
here's
will.
the first one. I was stacking books on a shelf in my house in Whiterun, one of blank's major cities, when I noticed a weapon
I
rack
know what it
right
is. I know what
beside
it
Yeah,
is.
we know what this is.
It's Skyrim.
What?
Yeah, Skyrim. Yeah, Whiterun is in
That
Skyrim.
fast,
I've
huh?
only played an hour of Skyrim.
You said
and we both-
Whiterun, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't think that'd be a big enough. I would have avoided it if I knew it was such a.
Yeah.
I have in fact played
That-
Skyrim.
Okay. Well, that's why I chose
Do you
it.
want to finish the review, Ian? Since we robbed your fun from you.
I can read the first paragraph, I guess. Okay. I was stacking books on a shelf in my house in Whiterun, one of Skyrim's major cities, when I noticed a weapon rack right beside it. I set a sacrificial dagger in one slot, an orcish mace in the other. They were on display for nobody but me and my computer-controlled house Carl. What? And my computer-controlled house Carl.
Yeah, House Carl. You know,
They follow you around.
Yeah, it's a virtual Carl Wheezer that just hangs around in your house. Hey there, Mr. Viking Man. I'll watch your house for it. That's a real nice orcish mace you got there, Mr. Viking Man.
You're just playing this game with orcs and dragons and like villages and like arrows to the knee, and then you just have Carl Wheezer from Jimmy Neutron.
I used to be an adventurer like you until I took an arrow to the scapula.
Knowing this game, there's probably a Carl Wheezer mod though, which is hilarious.
Oh, please. That's the only way I can play Skyrim now. That's why I only got an hour in, is there's no Carl Wheezer.
I have to RP as Carl Wheezer playing Skyrim, or else I'm just gonna be happy.
Where are my Carl Wheezer RP servers for Skyrim?
Where's my Carl Wheezer reskin of every dragon in the game?
Okay, what's your next review, Ian?
All right, this one's a little bit, and I'll definitely know to be able to avoid spoilers on this one. Okay. Blank's sheer freedom and sense of adventure is a remarkable achievement. Right from the start, the vast landscape of blank is thrown completely open to you, and it constantly finds ways to pique your curiosity with mysterious landmarks, complex hidden puzzles, and enemy camps to raid
I'm
treasures.
gonna buzz
I
in.
think it's Breath. Yeah.
Buzzing in, yeah, it's Breath of the Wild.
Okay, but wait, so you buzzed in, so is your answer the...
Yeah.
Yeah, he buzzed in.
So
he
then,
gets it.
so then Thatcher, so Thatcher's guess is the first one, then?
Yes.
Okay, yes, it is Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
Wow. I guess I underestimated how easy these might be.
We're just, pro gamers, man.
All right. You may have gotten that one easily, but I have another one here for you that might be a bit tricky.
I love how you've become a Batman villain. You've become the Gameler, I was gonna say a gamer version of the Riddler, but that's already a comic book. Batman teams up with FaZe Clan. Anyways, sorry.
Okay. Now this one might be a little bit tougher, so you might have to just use your noggins for this one. I don't know if any of us have... one of you may have played this game. Alright. Blank is a sprawling... Oh, well, you're just gonna get it off of this first one. Dang it.
Go for it.
Okay. Blank is a sprawling western tale of loyalty, conviction, and the price of...
beep, 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 beep.
Wait, who buzzed there?
I think.
Let's say it at the same time, Dauntless.
Okay, 3, 2,
3,
1.
2, 1.
Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Dang it. How are you guys getting these? I don't like this.
You gotta go super obscure. You gotta talk like Katamari
I didn't want to
Damacy
do
or
obscure ones because I
something.
wanted to be able to guess it.
You gotta talk about Planet Daub or something like that.
I honestly should have just gone for crazy, weird games on, the Wii well, actually, you would know all about that, true.
Fling Smash. Talk about Fling Smash.
I can't do any of the obscure Nintendo games because Mr. Encyclopedia over here is just gonna know them all.
Mr.
I'm pretty sure
person who knows about Chibi Robo.
Thatcher, I'm pretty sure you've played every obscure Nintendo game and would give all of them an 8 or more out of 10. So I can't really do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do 2 more. Maybe these will be harder for us, I think.
Maybe.
Okay.
Blank is Irrational's finest offering to date, as well as the swan song for the Irrational Brandon way, since they recently relinquished their long-standing and well-established studio name for the more corporate faceless tag of Blank and Blank. Blank is a first-person shooter set in the fantastically unsettling city of a metropolis built under the sea by the
beep, 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 beep. Yeah, okay. Dauntless, you take this one because it's one of your favorite games.
BioShock.
Yes, you are correct.
Love BioShock.
You've played BioShock, Ian?
Not too much, actually. I really need to get back to it.
I played the first one, and I've played Infinite. I've played through Infinite 3 or 4 times. I have not beat the second one because I kind of gave up because it was super repetitive.
I have all of them BioShocks because of Epic Games.
I think when I played this game, the thing that even though I think I only put maybe 10 to 15 hours in the game, but the thing that stood out for me very frequently was that this game is actually very atmospheric, and it does it very well for its time. Some of the graphics in this game are insanely good.
Mm-hmm. I will say, this might be a hot take, but I actually do prefer BioShock Infinite.
Whoa!
I can't believe you.
I prefer having only 2 weapons that I can cycle through and pick up ammo for and switch out, rather than having a ginormous wheel of all of the weapons that I have to manage the ammo for.
Bow, 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 bow. Season 2 hot take.
Next thing you're gonna say is that you think Bubsy 3D is a bad game.
That's one that you can do a review. You should have done a review for a Bubsy game, Ian. That would have had us scratching our heads.
But then you would have never gotten it, and it would have just been you guys sitting there trying to guess Bubsy 3D for an hour. I'm not gonna do that.
Gex. You could do Gex.
I could have done Knack 2.
Okay, what's the last game?
Okay. And I'm actually going to, for this one, because I don't want any of you getting it immediately, I'm going to avoid any sort of oh, but it might be difficult to avoid major.
Just use as many blanks as you want.
Okay.
Yeah. And this blank, blanky blank, does blank and blank.
Ooh, pick me.
Dauntless.
It's blank.
You're right!
but you're also wrong.
Dang it.
Boom. That's the Vsauce music.
All right. Whether it's a book, a movie, or a video game, creative works generally exist for a reason. Sometimes it's to delight, by entertaining with stories or fun gameplay. Other times it's to inform with news, or by exposing the audience to different perspectives. Or it makes you think with interesting ideas that challenge you to consider or reflect. Blank, however, is a game that does none of these things. Instead, it thrusts you into the role of the titular character without doing anything meaningful with his defining internal conflict, and sends him on a series of missions that are neither fun to play nor interesting to experience. The one question it poses is, why would someone want to play this?
I can't. I mean, that's really funny. I don't.
There's more, though.
Do you have a second paragraph?
Yes, there's way more to this.
Okay.
Okay, playing as insert character here sounded like it might have been a decent pitch for a game, since he's one of the more interesting and famous characters in Blank's fantasy universe. He and the insert this character here are two sides of the same coin. The good person that was insert character here was tragically corrupted by insert object here. Twisted.
Gollum! Gollum! Is it Gollum?
I didn't hear a buzzer.
Buzzer! Is it Gollum?
Yes, it's Gollum.
It's Gollum!
They ripped.
It's Gollum!
They ripped into this game. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I was actually kind of excited for Gollum, not gonna lie.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, the review score. Oh gosh, the review score. Hold on.
I have heard nothing good about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
Like this game apparently sucks really bad. So, like, for the audience at home who may not be as versed in like certain aspects of video game culture, basically game critics just kind of suck, especially IGN. They literally give games like basically the review scores for games will generally range between like a 7 and 8 or a 9, with like almost 0% of the time that number actually being like a good review, because it all kind of just implies that the games they're reviewing are good. So sometimes you have like just blatantly like unbelievable reviews of the game. But for once, IGN actually kind of like put a review that's just like, wow. Because, wow, my computer just does not want to do anything.
That's why IGN puts bad reviews, is because their computers don't want to do anything.
Pretty much. It's a revolution of robot.
There we go.
Oh, here we go. They gave it a 4 out of 10.
Yikes.
Ooh. Gosh.
Below average.
You know you messed up when when IGN's giving your Gollum game a 4 out of 10.
Hit you with the 4 out of 10. Well, that was a wonderful, wonderful bit, Ian. One that I hope returns. One that I hope talks about Gex.
I would say the other games that I almost did, but I feel like I could just recycle that content until later.
Yeah,
so.
Recycle them. You can save them. You can talk about Mario and Rabbids next time you play this.
Next time I'll sprinkle in a little bit of flavor, maybe some Dynasty Warriors, a bit of Shenmue here and there.
Do some Q-Boy. Throw Q-Boy in there.
I'll put Turok
in there,
just for the kids.
Throw Fable. The classic Xbox game Fable. Throw Blinks the Time Sweeper in there. Okay, I've talked enough about weird games. Dauntless, what's your bit?
Well, you know how ages ago, it's been so long, I did conversation starters?
Yes.
Well, I have more.
Whoa!
Except, because, you know, we already know each other, these are just like, you know, friends to ask, or questions to ask your friends. Not friends to ask your questions.
Friends to ask your questions. High five.
And, you know, these are supposed to be deep conversation starters.
Right.
So, you know, like, what's a quality you still want to have at age 90?
All my teeth.
That's, yes.
No, I can come up with a better one. I mean, memory would be a good one to have.
Memory.
Just because I'm going to get real for a moment. That terrifies me.
Fair. That is very fair. Mine would be cool hair.
There we go. Yeah, now we're getting back into the chuckles. Cool hair.
That's what keeps memories, actually, is having cool hair. It keeps the memories from leaking out.
It acts like a net.
What happens if you're bald then?
Well, then that sucks, man. You're gonna lose those memories pretty quick.
It's amazing. It's amazing how good of an actor J.K. Simmons is, because he doesn't have his hair to help him memorize his lines.
He just makes it all up.
Hence the expression off the top of my head. Memories are stored in the hair.
So that's what hair follicles are for. I always wondered.
What about you, Ian?
What do you mean? What about?
What quality do you still want to have by the time you're 90?
Um,
By the time you're, as the kids say, uber rink.
I want to. I still want to be a pro gamer. No,
Honestly, gamer grandpa would be great.
Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, why not? I want to be like just as actively a video game enjoyer, like when I'm 90 something as I am now. Especially when I'm 90 something, when I'm just retired, kind of doing my own thing, you know? Like, Grandpa, come on, go to the park with us. I can't, I'm ranking up. I almost hit platinum.
My KDA is almost at 5.
Jonathan, my MMR's too low.
Jumps in for his jet. You darn kids!
Get stream sniper.
You just hear like some like 12-year-old like in the VC just like, Grandpa, aren't you a little old? And I'm just like, go die.
Get off my game!
I love that idea of jumping into a lobby and there's like this, the typical 12-year-old who's like, oh, you're so stupid, and then like somebody else jumps in and it's like, hey, you're so stupid, you stupid
child. What do you know? Did you serve?
My dog has a better KDA than you do, you scrub.
But strangely, your mange is the same.
I could roll my dentures on my keyboard and do better than you.
Where'd you get your Wi-Fi?
My brain cells are degrading by the second, and I still do better than you in this game. I am objectively not as good as you because of my age. You suck.
You know when they say my grandma could play video games better than you? I'm that grandma. Oh, goodness gracious. What's the next one, D?
The next one is pretty classic for me. If you had a time machine, what year would you travel to and why?
What year would I travel to and why? Maybe 2008, because there was a lot of good Legos on sale that year. And I'd love to round out my collection a little bit.
As the stock market crashes.
I mean, I'm assuming, is it like a one-way trip, or is it like you pop back for a month and then you pop back
That's a
forward in
good
time?
question.
Ooh, I'd have to bring bills that are like in circulation.
You're right. No, if you have a time machine, then it's assumed that you could probably make it back.
Okay. Oh, time machine. There's 2 buttons on the time machine, and each one corresponds to a date. The date is the present, quote unquote. That's one of the buttons, and then the other button is whatever date you choose.
I like it. You can just go visit whenever.
Yeah. What about you, Ian?
I would go back in time.
Whoa.
You would.
I would go back in time to the 1970s to incept.
Well, which year?
Non-specific.
It has to be specific.
I would go back into the 1970s to incept into Shigeru Miyamoto, the creator of Mario's mind, to create the Super Mario games. Because I'm the reason he made those games, because I went back in time in the first place, but I just haven't done it yet. But because those events have already happened, that means that I inevitably will have to have gone back in time to tell Shigeru Miyamoto to create the Mario franchise.
You've grandfather paradoxed yourself.
Yes,
I love it.
exactly.
Welcome to Looper 2 Super Mario.
Actually, it's Bootstrap Paradox.
Oh, that's the boot. Oh yeah, you're right. Bootstrap. My bad.
Nerd. I'm a nerd.
What about you, Dauntless?
That's you know what? I would travel to the year 3028.
Yeah.
Yep. because I'm sure they have some pretty darn cool stuff in the future. And then I could go and take it and then have it in the present.
Get some of those feature hot dogs.
Yep, and just completely destroy all of space and time. Fabric of reality would unravel as we know it.
Okay.
Okay, next question.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, hold on. Can I change my answer to what I said earlier?
No.
That was just kind of a. Oh, okay.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, obviously it was a joke. It's not like I could actually do. It's not like I could actually do that. But what I'd actually do is I would go back in time with future money back into the 1980s, like when the NES comes out, the original like Nintendo Entertainment System, and I would buy the Nintendo Entertainment System and like all of the best games for it. Do you want to know why I would do such a thing?
So you could sell them today.
No, because like if you look up prices for the console, and if you look up prices for the games for that console in the 1980s, and like compare those prices to today and account for inflation, games would have cost those games cost like $150 if you account for inflation, compared to like modern standards. They only cost like what? Oh man, I don't even remember what the original prices were, but it was like
$60. They were like $60.
yeah, but like if you account for like today, that's like $120 to $150. Like if you account for inflation, it's actually insane. Also, the console wouldn't have been any better. I bet the console, like if you account for inflation, would have been like 400 or 500 or some crap like that.
No, I think that was the original retail price, actually.
No shot. Hold on.
Well, while you're looking that up, I have another question.
Go ahead.
Awesome. Hit me with your best shot.
What animal would you be for a day and why?
What animal would I be for a day? And you hear the harp sound effect as a thought balloon pops above my head. I don't know. There's a lot of animals.
There are a lot of animals.
I mean, it's a day.
Yep.
Is the thing. I mean, you gotta think, like, what could animals do that you can't?
Some animals can fly, some animals can swim, and other animals, most of them actually, can poop in public.
He's here. He's there. He's everywhere. But it's only for a day. It's Thatcher the bear. If you've ever
we
wanted
get a spin-off with Thatcher the bear. It's my favorite character.
Bro, that was off the cuff. You are never getting that kind of creativity from me ever again, by the way.
I'm just imagining a bear in a Hawaiian shirt, just like doing stuff.
And playing an ukulele.
He's here. He's there. He's
Thatcher the
everywhere. But only for a day. It's Thatcher the bear.
This is glorious.
Thanks, Matt Pat, for incepting that song into my friend's head years ago so that he can pull it out now. It's wonderful.
Oh, okay. You just unlocked a core memory for me, as you would put it. I forgot that was probably because of that one game theory. Yeah, he's there, he's everywhere. Who you gonna call? Psychic friend Fred Bear.
Psychic friend Fred Bear.
I did not realize that I accidentally recreated that jingle.
Well, it's ours now. If you want it, Matthew Patrick. If you want it, Matthew Patrick, you must face us in a duel.
All three of us at once.
We just all fight Matt Pat.
Oh, yes. Okay, actually, spinning off of this question. First part of this question is the same. Animal for a day. What animal would you be? I mean, dog would be kind of neat just because you get to chill and hang out and people just love on you. Pretty sick. Although, like, an octopus or, like, a fish would also be neat, except I am afraid of the deep, deep water. So it would be kind of not as neat. Ian, animal for a day.
What kind of... I'm just gonna... Today's just a day for sentences, apparently.
Okay.
I was about to ask, what kind of animal would the M&M mascots be, do you think?
Okay, write that down, save it for next episode, because that's a whole can of worms.
I'm looking at a bag of M&Ms, and that was the first thing that popped in my head.
Interesting.
I think I would actually be a. Oh man, I don't know.
Dauntless, do you have one?
I'd be a hawk.
Sick.
Just fly around.
Freaking sick, dude. Freaking sick hawk.
Go fast.
Yeah, man.
Of all the birds you could be, a hawk would be pretty sweet because you wouldn't be under threat of hunting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it matches my intimidating face.
Yes. All right, Ian, what would you be?
I would be a raccoon. You want to know why?
Because it's the year of the raccoon?
Because, well, no. I mean, actually, well, yes, actually. I definitely didn't just get reminded just now, and I'm making that the reason why. But
why would you be a raccoon, Ian?
because I would make people's day by like going to public areas and then just like rolling around on the ground in front of people, just to, like make them happy. Because that makes me happy, and I want other people to be just as happy as I am when I see a raccoon rolling around.
Ian, as a raccoon, goes and rolls around on the ground. People flee in terror.
Oh, Curtis, look, there's a little raccoon on the ground. Curtis, look, it's rolling on the ground. Curtis, get the camera. Oh, it's so adorable.
Yeah, it's ripping my face
Oh,
off.
it's got rabies, Curtis.
I actually visualized this
And
character.
then that's how Ian ended up in an animal shelter,
Yeah, Over the Hedge 2, starring Ian Betancourt.
but only for a day.
Only for a day. Okay, the second part of this question, real quick lightning round. If you were to be any animal to fight Matthew Patrick, what animal would you be?
Saber-toothed tiger.
Bear.
Thatcher the bear.
Just because it completes the trio, lion, and then we can be lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my!
Oh my.
Oh, okay, cool. There we go. Also, if Matt Pat is listening to this, we're kidding. We're kidding. We're totally kidding.
We're not kidding. We
wanting
are going to
you.
fight you.
No!
Matt Pat,
This is season 2. We can't have beef.
Matt Pat, I will find you. I will figure out where you are. This is
and
gotta
he
be
will
a
roll
thing.
around on the ground in front of you as a raccoon.
Matt, I will make your day so good you will not even see it coming. It'll just be like pow.
Okay, so we're running low on time, so I think that's all the questions I have.
I'm gonna break my
Window.
I'm gonna break my Nicolas Cage and run. Hello everybody, welcome to the Rusted Cage, the the part of the show where we talk about Nicolas Cage.
Oh, fun.
I'm your host, Thatcher Whedon. So this was a bit that I wanted to do last season, but I didn't get time to. Gentlemen, Nicolas Cage.
What about him?
A lot of things about him. How much do you guys know about Nicolas Cage, Mr. Nicolas Cage?
I know some of the movies he's been in. I know that his name is Nicolas Cage, and yes.
Did you know that he spent over $150 million, and then ended up owing the IRS $13 million?
I did not.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know someone whose mom dated him.
What?
What?
Hold on a second. Guest star next season. Okay. Well, I did have more than just talking about the idea of Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage to me is simultaneously one of the most insane and sanest people in Hollywood. So let's talk about how he spent. Let's talk about how he spent so much money. So much money. So Nicolas Cage bought a lot of crazy things. I actually have an article from financebuzz.com.
Like an alpaca.
Really?
No, I made that up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're just gonna go down the list and we'll just talk about these things. So there are 18 items on this list, and they're all wacky things that Nicolas Cage spent money on. The first thing that Nicolas Cage spent money on is dinosaur skulls.
Huh.
Yep.
Just their skulls?
Yeah, dinosaur skulls. He outbid Leonardo DiCaprio for some dinosaur skulls.
Way to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, oh, it's
Now
fantastic.
he can dress up as a T-Rex for Halloween.
Hello, it's me, Nicolas Cage, the dinosaur man.
I'm Nicolas Cage. I'm Dinosaur.
I'm a freaking dinosaur man.
Rawr.
He also bought 2 albino king cobras,
Hmm.
2 Bahamian islands.
He really likes pears.
Mm-hmm. Then the Shah of Iran's Lamborghini.
I'm sorry, what?
Wow.
He bought the Shah of Iran's Lamborghini. From the late Shah of Iran in 1997. So he has a very fancy car and other exotic cars and motorcycles, including 9 Rolls Royces.
Wow.
So he's just sitting on an island with a bunch of cars, a couple of snakes, and some dino skulls.
I bet those 9 Rolls Royces are because, he's actually a cat and has 9 lives.
Explain?
No.
Okay.
I refuse.
My favorite Nicolas Cage movie. A cat. Not cats.
A cat.
A cat. Not a talking cat. Not that darn cat. Just a cat.
Who drives Rolls Royces
Starring Nicolas Cage.
off of cliffs.
Puss in Boots 3.
And it's the only cat in the world that actually have Nicolas Cage's face. Fun fact.
Groundhog's Day 2. This time it's a cat.
Okay, what else?
He bought 4 luxury yachts.
Huh. That's a fleet.
He bought a famous haunted house in New Orleans.
Oh, fun.
He bought shrunken pygmy heads.
Okay.
Cool. Awesome. Sweet.
He bought a pyramid tombstone.
Hmm.
And the first Superman comic.
This is a whack museum.
Oh, it gets better. Nicolas Cage bought a crocodile, a shark, and an octopus. So
Where does he keep them?
on his islands.
Those
Or
are
his haunted
those are
house.
all water-ish creatures. They can't live on the island.
It sounds like at one point he just woke up in the morning and was like, if I kidnapped 5 people and had them, play a sadistic game show where it's life or death and they're having to, jump through, obstacles
would
and
I
survive.
need?
It's just turns out he's been kidnapping people for decades and putting them on his islands to, face off
And then
in,
he
deadly,
fights them in a
trials.
Rolls Royce.
And then
He watched Double Dare and got really excited. He's like, oh, I freaking love Double Dare. Except no trivia, and instead of giant waffles, it's just snakes.
This is just an island of death where he chases people down in a Rolls Royce.
9 Rolls Royces.
No, that's why he has 9, because they keep crashing into things.
He bought a private Gulfstream jet,
Of course.
15 estate homes around the world,
wow.
2 European castles,
Wow.
and then rare art and high-end jewelry.
Hmm.
There's also a lessons learned snippet on this website, which is fantastic because I love this freaking VeggieTales style. This was a fun story, but here's what we can learn from this. There's 3 lessons. It's don't be materialistic, learn about money, and then don't assume success lasts forever. But I would strike that last one from the list because Nicolas Cage is still making movies and is getting back into good movies in Hollywood. Arguably. Renfield. Okay.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think that Nicolas Cage will ever stop being in weird, crazy movies, but I don't think anyone wants it to not be that way,
No, and that's why I love him.
I feel like the universe is in balance when Nicolas Cage is in, bad movies every other time,
Oh my goodness. I took a BuzzFeed quiz about who my Disney soulmate would be, and
What?
and it picked Nicolas Cage in National Treasure.
Okay. Whoa. First off, why were you taking the BuzzFeed quiz? Second off, whoa, Nicolas Cage, and okay, I forgot that was a Disney movie.
Exactly, because it was finals week, and I was sitting in the English Honors Lounge, and we were all just doing BuzzFeed quizzes. It was quite a time.
Well, fun. Thank you everybody for tuning in to Otap, Bam, bam, bam.
And we made
Season
it through
2.
another episode, and no one died.
We did,
Yeah.
yeah. Not me, not you, not Barry. Isn't that right, Barry?
That's right. I promise there's no robot invasion coming to take over the world.
Thanks, Barry. That's very assuring. My brain's not working. Wrap up. How the heck do we wrap up?
You can find us on...
Oh, yes, our socials. We have so many socials. So at Twitter, we are at otap_podcast. You can Gmail us at othatpod@gmail.com. You can check out our what? Buggada YouTube.
Wah, wah. I'm never doing that again.
You're never doing the warrant again?
Yep. That was a one-time event.
That's acceptable. You can check us out on YouTube at otap_podcast. Link for that will be in the description. Hey, Ian, what can they find on our Patreon?
Oh, so there's this new feature. We have it to where you can actually personally message any of the 3 hosts, and then we'll respond to your message whenever we can. Barry definitely won't be responding in our stead, and if we're not going to do that, that's why would you ever assume that we would do something like that? How could you assume that?
We also have a Redbubble if you want some cool stickers. Its link should be in the description as well, but I think it's something Redbubble Otap. There's some fun designs on there with some good jokes from season 1, like Jaloker, and What It.
And Fish Tree Brigade.
Yes, and Fish Tree Brigade, and a cool little burger that I made that has the word Otap in it. I think that's everything. Ian, you got our closer for us?
Yes, I do. I actually found a really funny one.
Okay, hit us.
Well, the audience needs to know what our outro is this time around.
Oh, right. So because this is OTAP's 2.0, this season somebody dies, you monsters. We have comedic last words.
And they're very comedic. And they're also last words.
Yes.
Thatcher very kindly gave me a list of hilarious final words, and I found one that... Oh, where is it? Okay, so this final words is, "This water isn't deep enough for sharks," someone said before getting eaten by a crocodile.
Oh no! Oh my goodness. Well,
And then someone in the comments says, "Was this in Florida?"
hey, Florida. No, but it was probably Nick Cage's crocodile. Hey.
He was on his island. They're
Well-
like, the shark's not here. The
Is what
octopus
his
isn't here.
contestants-
But it's the crocodile is. Oh no! Thank you everybody for listening to Oh That's a Podcast. Happy Year of the Raccoon. Make sure to find the treasure in the trash. And make sure OTAP : juice up your podcast.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Peace.
Adios.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Fine, thank you.
I had a cat, and my cat used to sneak into the refrigerator and he would steal the mushrooms.
I wish I were a bird.